Hello and welcome to another exciting prequel here at Natural Pengu. Today I have the pleasure and the privilege to have Valentine with me here in the studio.
Yes.
AKA Waka. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Yeah?
How are you?
I'm good. Good. I'm feeling a little, I don't know why, but nervous.
Me too.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm seldom nervous for these kinds of things, but I am today. I think it's mixed with excitement though.
Yeah. And the fact, I don't know, recording seems more nerve-wracking than streaming. For some reason.
Definitely.
Okay.
It's easier to be live.
Yes.
It feels so final. Yeah, okay.
Whew, okay, so we'll get our acts together. Don't you worry about that. And are you ready to play?
I'm very ready to play.
Okay.
I just want to jump in, actually.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Last night was a resounding success. Tonight is a complete and utter disaster. You auditioned for it yesterday and you got it. The residency at the Bard's End Tavern is yours. They have never quite witnessed anyone play the lute like you, they said. You don't usually behave like this. Honestly, you don't. But last night called for a celebration. Long story short, just a few minutes ago, you woke up in your own vomit on the floor of the Creaky Hammock Tavern.
Oh.
The sun has already gone down. You were supposed to start at sundown at Bard's End. But being late is the least of your problems. You just climbed up to the rooftop shingles, rushing to the Pharasmin Gravekeeper Hostel, where you stay and clean as your day job. And the whole building is on fire. You locked your loot into a closet of a room underneath the second floor stairs. Someone just jumped out of the third floor window, landing on top of a red-haired orc waiting below. The building is engulfed in roaring flames. There is no chance of you getting up to the second floor and escaping out alive, not to mention getting your loot. What do you want to do?
Wait, you're saying my loot is on the second floor?
Your loot is on the second floor. The building is on fire. What do you want to do? And your concert, your performance is about to start. Well, it has started at sundown and you're already late. What do you want to do?
I raise my hands towards the sky and I scream, "My loot! Someone has to save my loot!"
Everyone is panicking, screaming, pointing at the flames. The red-haired orc is cradling someone there on the ground. You start seeing as the third floor starts collapsing in on itself. You start seeing from over the shoulder as you look around the Pharasmin clerics coming in, starting to chant their water magic to save the rest of the city from not bursting into flames completely.
I rush up to some of the clerics.
Yes?
I want to rush up to one of them. What do I see? What kind of cleric is this?
They're wearing black. Pharasmin clerics, kind of pale-skinned, this one, that you look inside the hood. And there's kind of brushing you a little bit aside, starting to chant their blessings of water to rain upon the burning building.
Okay. I grab the cleric by the robe, by the clothes, and I go like, "You have to do something. My loot is in there, and I'm singing for the first time at the Bard's End tonight. It's a big thing. I need your help. Can you do something about? Pray to your goddess or do just something to save my loot. It's on the second floor."
Pharasma does not mind your loot tonight. What we are about is making sure not more will land on front of the judgment seat of the goddess. So if you excuse me, I have work to do.
If you excuse me, Pharasma can lick my hooves.
You are entitled to your opinion, son. Go in peace.
Okay, I take a deep breath and I try to recall if I know any instrument maker in Bards in Corvosa.
Well, you remember that there is quite a famous market at Eodred's Walk. And the Gold Market is a shopping district. Some of the shops are stable in buildings, and some of them are more temporary stands.
Are there other bards usually at Bard's End? Is there a possibility I could...
There's a possibility. You know that this is your night.
How late am I?
The sun has set, and you were supposed to start at sundown.
So I look to my look into both my palms of my hands as if there are two alternatives I have to choose between. Getting even more late without or with an instrument, or possibly rushing there. And
They were very, very impressed with your lute playing.
Okay. I rush towards the market as fast as I can.
Okay. You really hope that some of the shops are still open, or some of the market stalls are still there. You have not visited this area, and you do not know if there are any instrument sales people in that area operating at this time, but your options are limited. They must have a lute. You will give anything for a lute. You would work every day, all year, just to get your lute. You run, your whole life depends on it. Then, you pass by a dark alley. And from a corner of your eye, you see a figure lying on the ground, brutally beaten. In spite of everything, you pause. One arm is raised towards you, wrapped in strips of dark blue cloth. You recognize a fellow Varisian when you see one. She's wearing a crown of sticks, antler, and bone among blood-stained white hair. A feeble, gurgling sound. Help! Then the hand moves slowly and points deeper into the alley. Him!
I rush over there while telling myself, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing this.
The woman struggles for one last breath. Please. Her hand collapses to the ground. She's still.
I really want to just run and get my lute, but I cannot suppress the idea of what if this would be my mother. And I try to help her to sit up. I try to see if there are any vital signs.
She's completely limp.
Gone. I search for a heartbeat. I check her pulse.
You feel nothing. On the other hand, she is, in spite of being lifeless and limp, still somehow her other hand is clutching, almost desperately, this leather scroll case.
I think I cannot help but to get curious. So she is definitely dead.
She seems very much dead, yes.
And I realize that I won't have the knowledge to do anything about this, and I'm late. I take the scroll case. How does the bone necklace look like?
She's wearing this kind of bone necklace. It's leather, and there are these pieces of small bone from animals, kind of very intricately tied into the leather string. She's wearing this crown of bone and sticks and antler on this very disheveled and blood-stained white hair. And then you hear this high-pitched yapping from deeper in the alley, the direction where she pointed just previously. You suspect it might be some kind of an animal, clearly in pain. What do you want to do?
I put the scroll case in my belt. And Can I quickly rip her necklace off and take it with me as well?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to do that.
Okay.
As I whisper, I'm sorry. I need something special for the concert tonight. May Desna guide your soul. And then I walk carefully towards the sound of the animal.
Okay. So get deeper into the alley, and the alley curves a little bit, and around the corner, you are assaulted by a sickening sight. It's a beautiful white Arctic fox there, but it is nailed to a wall through his small honey gold wings and forked fiery orange foxtail.
Wait, it has wings, the fox?
Yes, it has wings.
Okay, yeah.
And a fiery orange forked tail.
Not a normal animal.
The fox yaps in pain as two thugs use it as knife-throwing target practice. One dagger is stuck on its left hind leg. Another has pierced his right ear. Blood is slowly coloring his pure white pelt dark red. You couldn't hit a passed-out dancer, even if you were in bed with him. One of them laughs as the other misses his throw. What do you want to do?
I raise the necklace with one hand and the scroll in the other hand, and I say, "Who are you to defile this mystical beast? Do you want to face the wrath of Kukmagar Naksinahar Rasuvath himself?" I try to say as a mighty voice I can.
Okay. All right. The thug that spoke just recently turns to you and puts his hands on his hips and raises his girth to its full length, and he's towering at least a head above you. And you're a tall man, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so this is.
I guess in centimeters, 180 at least.
Yeah,
I would say
this is a giant of a man. Fat rolls of flats are kind of flopping around his belt. He's wearing browns and dark greens and dirty, and he's missing at least 3 teeth. You can tell very, very quickly. And he speaks to you drunkenly. Son, you should just mind your own business. Grown-ups are having fun here.
Do they look dangerous?
Yes.
But also I realize that in my fantasy, I think if I could save this creature, I would have a so good excuse that I'm late to my job. I could even show it to the barkeep and show this, I saved this creature. It's, look at this. What if it can stand beside me on the stage when I sing? Imagine the people would come to look and listen. And I just, does it look like it's suffering a lot?
Yeah.
Does it look evil or good or just?
It is kind of curious when you look at this creature. Your eyes focus on its forehead. And then there's very kind of strange markings on his forehead. It's hard to see because there's a lot of blood. But depending on the angle that you look at, sometimes it fills you with this feeling of possibility, opportunity, great success. But then you blink and you look at it again and it fills you with dread, fear, failure. Oh.
I think the way that I've lived my life, I'm just thinking through the character, the way that I've lived my life in the forest, how close I've been to animals and beasts all the time. I cannot see an animal suffer like this. It fills me with rage, actually. And I clutch my fists hard around the scroll and the necklace, and I know this is stupid, but I don't care because I'm pissed off and I hate bullies like this. So I raised my voice once again and said, "I'm half demon, half man. Look at what nature did to my feet." And I'm showing my hooves that I'm having instead of, yes, I have no feet, I have hooves. It looks like massive reindeer hooves dressed in honey-colored fur. As I open my robe, I show my hooves to them, put one proudly in front of the other one, and I say, "Do you really want to?" And I realize I forgot the name I made up. So I go, "Shukmunarath Karmananath Sinkurath Kurath Da, the half demon."
Okay. So the big man looks at his friend and just kind of signals you to come forward. Okay. Let's see what you have, little one.
I try to look confident, and I fixate my eyes. I fixate the guys with my eyes.
Fixed.
I fixate my eyes on them,
Yeah.
and remain in eye contact as I walk with slow step towards them.
Okay. So the big man kind of stands firmly on two of his feet and looks at you straight in the eye and says, "Okay, well, give me your best shot, boy."
Are you sure? Do you know what hoof tastes like?
No.
I gave you one last chance.
Well, I'm looking forward to this one.
Okay. I put the weight on my back leg, so I lean back on my body, and I raise the leg towards the sky in the hoof, and then I try to snap a hard kick towards his chest.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Go for it. He's keeping it open wide. He's not resisting anything. You can see that he's clenching his jaw a little bit, and you suspect that he's kind of, really flexing his muscles to receive the blow.
So I guess you want an unarmed strike.
Yes.
Can we?
Let's go here, and here you got your Nephilim hooves.
Nice. So I'm gonna go for a roll.
Yeah.
And oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no. Oh no. It's a 6.
All right.
Even with the bonus, even with +4, I rolled a 2. Oh well, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you raise your hoof in the air and you get ready to kick this lumbering thug in the gut. But somehow you misjudge the distance and you just very, very gently tap his belly with your hoof. I guess you don't do much of hoof fighting.
No. Emergency.
His belly flaps around a little bit and he starts laughing. It's my turn now, is it, son?
Your turn.
My turn.
It's your turn to leave this alley now. Did you do that to the woman over there?
Not us, but we were involved.
You dirt, you filth, you low-life, flobby. Without asking, without doing anything, I kick again. I back off so I get some distance.
Okay.
And I aim another kick.
Okay.
If you'll allow me.
Yes, let's throw initiative.
Okay. Exciting. See here. Wait.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
22.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I just got 12.
Ha! Okay. I'm trying again. I'm gathering as much confidence as I can, and I'm readying up a kick.
Okay, go for it.
This time I'm really pissed off, and I'm going to try if I can reach his face.
All right.
Yeah. So
you actually jump up a little bit, and then.
Yes, that's what I do. And come on. No! 12 in total.
It's another miss. So the big thug kind of draws back his arm, and then you see, as the fist is starting to slowly come towards your face, suddenly the world slows down.
Wow.
And you hear a voice in your head, and you feel it's coming from the fox.
Okay, that's odd.
And a voice almost as if the fox's mouth moves. You see that from the corner of your eye. A voice reaches your mind and says, "Open up. Receive."
Open up, receive. Open up, receive. What is...
And then you start feeling this sickening sensation bubbling in your gut.
I can't help to think if I'm hangover and dreaming or still drunk or... Is this real? Do I know if this is real or not?
And it feels like you're about to throw up. And then you hear that voice. "Extend your hand. Open your mouth."
I might as well. I open my mouth and I extend my hand.
And you feel this dark vileness streaming out of your fingertips towards that thug, and then you see with horror as the same sort of dark black tendrils start streaming out of your mouth, and it engulfs this thug and his friend that's standing close behind him. Okay, and now you can roll some grim tendrils here.
Grim tendrils.
Grim tendrils.
Find the tendrils of grim.
The tendrils of
It's a
grim.
rank 1 spell, if I remember correct.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and it's actually you who... Or is it an automatic hit this time? Fortitude save for you?
I'm gonna roll here.
17.
You can't see the roll here, but I'm rolling. Okay. 5. So,
Yes. Let's see who is laughing now. Let's see what my damage says. I'm laughing.
okay.
2.
2 damage.
This is not his day. His loot is burning up. He's getting into this situation. Okay, maybe at least I can scare them. 2 damage. 2 damage.
Okay. Right. Okay, but you can imagine this situation. We have 2 thugs, and suddenly...
There's 1 persistent bleed damage as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So says the spell.
Yeah. Looking at this sight in front of them, the bigger thug gets suddenly very, very pale. And these tendrils are lashing him, and he starts to back away. And he tells his friend, "Jack, there's more we bargained for. Run!"
Yeah, run! Run, you fool! And never dream of doing anything like this again. I'm shocked myself.
And then they run.
Is the darkness gone from the spell?
The darkness still tastes vile in your mouth, and your gut is twisting and turning in knots. Can you do a fortitude save for me, please?
Yes, I can do a fortitude save. It's up here, right?
Yeah. Oh,
25.
you know that situation when
Finally.
it comes, when you retch a little bit into your mouth, but you still keep it down.
Yeah.
And you manage not to completely make a fool of yourself.
Okay.
And you resist the urge to throw up.
So I focus for a while, and then I want to walk up to the creature. Even though I'm in shock, I want to run over there. Actually, I run over to the creature and I examine it. How is it fixated to the wall?
I said he's nailed with these crude-looking, rusty nails to the wall planks through his little honey golden wings. And the tail also has been fixed to the wall with another nail. There's those 2 daggers, one in his ear and one in his hind leg, and nasty gashes. Blood is flowing. His eyes, red eyes, are flickering open and closed. He's panting very, very quickly. Tongue is lolling out of his mouth.
I look at him and I say, was that you? Did that power come from you?
Yes.
You speak. It was you.
I speak. Don't get used to that power. One time.
One time. I will. Do you want help?
Yes.
I start to pull the nails and knives out as gentle as I can.
Okay. Let's do a little. Let's do a thievery check. I think
Thievery?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that will be good.
You are the game master. I will obey. Let's see.
You know, it's a delicate matter here. You know?
Yeah, I don't want to hurt the creature more. 18.
Okay. Yeah.
18. Yes.
Yeah. Careful. Yes. Okay. The fox tells you as you pry loose the nails that are attaching him to the wall. He comes off. You lift him gently off the wall.
Hmm.
Do you put him on the ground, or do you keep him
I
cradled in your
keep
arms?
him in my arms and ask him, "Do you think you can walk yourself?"
I can try.
Do you want me to put you down?
Put me down.
Okay, putting him down gently on the ground.
Take me up. Take me up.
Okay, I'm taking him up again, lifting him up again. Did this man do this to you?
Yes.
Why? That's cruel.
Yes. They came out of nowhere. Zanan. How's Zanan?
Zanan? Who's Zanan?
The woman with me. Zanan.
I quickly try to hide the necklace and the scroll wherever I can. Do you mean the old woman in dressed in a weird way in the alley?
Weird way, old woman. She's not old.
Well, she was wearing some kind of crown.
Yes, that's Zanan.
I believe she's gone. Forever.
It is strange to see a fox about to cry.
Hmm.
But he shakes his white head, blinks away the tears from his red eyes, swallows, and says, Zanan was good to me.
Was Zanan your owner?
No one owns.
I'm sorry, your friend?
It is complicated.
I see. Romantic.
No.
Well, when we got that out of the way, I have to go. I'm very late to concert. I have to go. My lute has been burning up, and I need to go and get an instrument and then go back. Could you just come with me to the tavern and you're even talking? Could you just prove that I just saved your life? It's a valid reason to be late. It's the biggest chance of my whole life. This is what I've been dreaming of.
What are we doing with Zanan?
But she's dead.
Just to leave her.
I clean the hostel where the grave diggers work. Grave diggers, right? Or grave keepers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get even more late. Let's get her through the hostel, and I see if I can find some gravekeeper there who can help us out.
Thank you.
But you better talk when we get to the tavern, because this is my one. Can you sing? Maybe you could sing. That would save the night.
I'll see what I can do.
I just need proof at least, okay?
Proof of me singing.
You need to testament that I saved you in a very heroic way to the barkeep.
Testament I'll give you.
And how these villains wrecked my lute. Yes, that's how it happened. I was on the way in good time to the concert. Of course I didn't have my lute locked up away in an unsafe place. I had it on my back. They stole it from me. They ruined it. I saw them kicking you and trying to kill you. I saved you, but the lute was already gone. That's what you're gonna tell them. Very well. Let's go back to the hostel. Should I carry you?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I walk up to the cold body of the woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I ask the fox, the creature, what are you? What are you? Are you a fox?
The fox starts looking around a little bit. Fixates his eyes slightly to the left. And seems to be listening to someone. And then he says, "No, absolutely no. Forget about it. Shut up! Shut up!"
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I just asked what you are. But you know, I'm a bit different myself.
I wasn't talking to you.
Maybe you could become my new fox.
Yours.
Yes, you could be my fox. Come with me on concerts.
Looks into the
Bring some
distance again.
attention.
Shut up! It's a bad idea.
Who are you talking to?
You don't want to know.
Are you all right in the head?
And then suddenly his eyes start glazing a little bit. And then he gets looks very woozy. And then his head kind of lolls to one side. And he snaps and comes to. There. I need to be patched up. How far is this tavern of yours?
Tavern is... How far is it? Do I know? Can I estimate?
You were quite close to the gold market. And the gold market, from there, it's quite a quick stroll to the Bard's End. It's further away to go back to the burning hostel.
Okay. I mean, it's a quick stroll, but we have to pass the market. I need a new lute first.
Very well.
What do we do with your non-lover friend, who is not your owner?
Zanan.
Zanan. Sorry, what do we do with Zanan?
Maybe we can leave her here, and promise me we'll help her after.
Do you mean bury her?
Bury, help, yes. I'm sorry.
Save your breath. Get some sleep. I try to put the woman's body close to the wall in the shadow.
Okay.
Conceal it a bit.
Yeah. You manage that.
And I examine her a little bit before we go.
Hmm?
I want to understand who this is, or what this is about. How did she die?
Brutal violence has been inflicted upon this woman. Marks of battering her from all sides and angles with something blunt. Knife wounds. Everything you can imagine. It's there. It's horrible.
I swallow, and I hold the creature in my arms harder, and I start walking as fast as I can towards the market.
Okay. So, you arrive to the gold market, and as you feared, all the stalls have been emptied, and they're standing there, abandoned like skeletons in a row. All the shop shutters are closed. Everyone has gone home. The businesses are not open for anything anymore. It is so late.
With my loudest voice that I can ever summon, I scream out, Can anyone sell me a lute? I'm paying whatever you want. Just anyone. I need a lute.
The walls answer with an echo. And then from a distance, you hear a voice. Shut up!
I start knocking doors. I knock at a door that looks like a store, some place where there's just someone selling something, a merchant, whatever. I'm desperate.
Okay. This door looks quite fancy. It's decorated with flowers and really nice curvy lines. Upon closer examination, through the little window, suddenly you see a light turning up, and you hear footsteps coming through the door, and then keys are jangling on the other side, and then it opens up just a little bit, and through it you see one eye, quite a delicate nose, and a little pouty mouth, and tall figure, hard to say if it's a woman or a man, greets you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Do you know where I can buy a lute?
That's an interesting
I need
question.
a lute right now. Do you know where I can buy one? I need one now.
I'm sorry, I do not have a lute.
But I can pay anything. Do you know someone who can sell one? It's an emergency. My life depends on it. My whole life, my career, everything. I can pay any. I look into my pocket. I feel the necklace, and I was like, I have this. Maybe this is valuable if you help me. I bring up the leather thing that I found. I don't know what's in it. I start opening the was it a scroll case?
Yeah.
I start opening the scroll case.
Yeah. Inside you see a scroll. In a scroll case. Surprise! You take it out.
Yeah.
You open it. At first look, it looks like runes in a language that you don't understand.
Okay.
Your eyes get crossed and your brain gets frazzled. You're trying to figure it out, and suddenly, your eyes are almost aching from all the effort that goes into trying to decipher what it means. Your eyes tears up from that effort. It's kind of strange that this scroll has that kind of an effect on you. And you blink, and then suddenly, it makes sense. It's music. Notes, lyrics, tempo, expression, everything on that scroll. It's all there.
It's music that I found.
It's like you wrote it. Or it has been written for you by someone you know, or who knows you intimately.
Is it good?
Yes.
You can have the necklace and you can have the case, but I need this piece myself. This thing, this paper, this worthless paper. This notes about where it's a thing.
Come to think of it, I might have something in the attic. My father, he was a little bit of a frivolous soul, and I believe his old lute might be upstairs.
Thank you for being so helpful. Please go and look for the lute. I will pay you. I can come back. I can come back after I've done the gig. I'm sure they will pay me well.
What is your name?
I blush a little bit. Honeymane. They call me Honeymane.
Honeymane.
Yes.
That's a beautiful name.
Thank you. It's my bardic name. I will be famous all over the world. First Korvosa, Bard's End, but then I will conquer the world, and no one will laugh at Honeymane anymore.
Very well, Honeymane. You should not be embarrassed about your name.
Thank you.
Give me a moment. Please understand, I have just met you, so I will close this door. You will wait on the street.
Understood.
And I will be back with my lute.
Very good.
And he closes the door. You hear footsteps going away from the door. And while he's getting the lute, maybe you can describe a little bit how you look like.
Oh, who is waiting outside of the door? Yes. It's a tall man dressed in a leather coat, black leather coat. It's quite long, going longer down than the knees. And below, there is a tunic of red and gold. It looks wore down, it looks old, but it's red and gold and might have been expensive some time ago. Unfortunately now there's a small vomit stain, I guess, in one place or two. And around his waist, to tuck the tunic in, there's this black leather belt, also with a golden buckle and small details. It's fake runes that he bought of a merchant in the street that he put there to make it look more exquisite. I've got long, flowing, honey-colored hair, even longer than mine. I think it goes all the way down to the elbows or nipples, whatever is your preference, and then the time of the day and all of that. He's got a beard as well, quite small, but yet wild, curly. And he's got hungry eyes. It's a young man. You would say somewhere between 20 and 25, I guess. Expressive face. And then, of course, what we spoke about earlier, once you follow his leather coat down and you see his trousers, but they're cut very short. And there are no boots. Instead of boots or feet, there's fur-dressed legs in a honey-colored mane, the same as his hair, and out of there sticks reindeer, quite massive reindeer hooves. So that's who you're seeing at the moment.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. You hear the footsteps coming back, and now the door opens.
He's not tricking me.
A little bit wider than before, and you see this figure in front of you. Still not sure, woman or a man. You smell also this quite a delicious smell of freshly cooked fish. The man holds a lute in his hands and looks at it one more time. Seems to be precious to him suddenly. Memories, I guess. But then he makes a decision and gives it to you.
I don't understand how a kind soul like you can live in Corvosa and how you can actually do this for me. Can I come back and pay you? Can I leave something?
I would like to talk to you after. I hear you're in a hurry, but
You're welcome to the concert, of course, if you want to. It's not. It's 1 hour, several hours ago. It's now.
Unfortunately, I'm cooking at the moment.
I will come back.
But I recognize a fellow Varisian in a need.
You're moth too? I mean, Varis. Well, I don't know. I use it.
Yes. Here, wait. And then he goes back inside and gives you this bundle of cloth.
Thank you.
And it's still warm.
Oh.
A little for your journey.
Thank you.
Cannot perform with an empty stomach, can you?
No, that's true.
Run along now.
What is your name?
My name? I will tell you that later.
I'm intrigued by this mysterious person, but also I realize it's probably too late even. So I start running.
Okay.
Grasping the lute hard in one hand, and the other one I'm embracing this creature, pushing it towards my chest to make it as little bumpy as possible. And then I just run.
Okay, you run.
Yes, my life depends on it.
And
Can I just know what kind of weather is? Can I know what am I running in right now? What do we see here? I need to.
The streets of Corvosa. It is a beautiful city, especially if you're in the more well-to-do areas. So this is sort of a middle-class area. The Gold Market, Yodred Square, rooftops of the buildings are exquisitely ornamented and decorated. Beautiful things. It's a full moon.
Oh.
The light of the moon colors all the buildings silver. And the romantic in you, the the writer, the creator of stories and songs, really would relish to have the time to feed inspiration from this site. But you do not have the time. You are running, and you are running as your life depends on it. In fact, your life depends on it. Luckily, you are quite close to the Bard's End, and with a relief, you see the tavern in front of you. The inn is a large building. You see its warm lights, and with some relief, you hear no one is performing at the moment. They have not replaced you.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I want them to see that I'm coming in a hurry. So I really run through the door. I just continue running, making sure to make a big sound as I enter.
Okay, so doors slam open.
Yes.
The conversation stops. All eyes turn on you, including the people behind the counter at the bar. You enter with a bang into the common room. There's a small stage in the middle that still dominates the room. What do you do?
Do I see that whoever is in charge, whoever I made the contract with for tonight? Or...
Someone stands in behind the counter. You're all flustered, and there's sweat dripping on your eyes, and you blink the sweat away, and you see the owner of the establishment, Garth.
Garth, I'm terribly sorry that I'm late, but I have a very good reason, and I cannot wait to perform tonight, and I think you will understand, and I will be ready. Look at this creature that I saved.
Garth grunts. He's a man of very few words. He's wearing his apron, meticulously clean apron. It's a miracle that he manages to keep it so clean. He has very, very carefully cut and arranged hair. The hair is covering for quickly spreading bald patch on his scalp, but nevertheless, it is very meticulously arranged. He's a man of cleanliness and order. And he grunts once more, nods to your direction, raises his finger and points at the stage, pointing very particularly towards it 3 times.
I see. Explain later.
He nods.
I rush over to the stage, and I whisper to the fox. Sir, what was your name? Do you have a name?
And the fox seems a little bit embarrassed as well. And then he says, Sinan called me Goldie.
Goldie?
Goldie, okay.
That one too. It doesn't go well with Honeymane.
Sinan called me Goldie.
Well, Goldie, could you just lie down here on the stage when I sing?
Yes.
I take my leather coat off, and I make like a little circle bed of it, and then I gently put down the creature on that bed of leather.
Okay. Careful.
And then, is the lute in a case?
It's just
what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay. I haven't had the time to look at it. I inspect the lute as I start tuning as well.
Yes. You feel that it has been neglected for years. Luckily, the strings are okay. They feel old. And you do prefer playing with a newer set of strings, but beggars can't be choosers.
It has all strings, at least.
It does have all strings. There's some dust that has gathered in nooks and crannies, especially underneath the strings at the top of the neck. But again, You pluck a few strings and the sound is rich and resonant. I think it will be ready.
I'm trying to decide on how I should start. I try to read the crowd. What?
They are all looking at you.
Oh. The scroll was a song.
The scroll was a song.
Should I take my chance? I bend down to the creature. Hey, do you know anything about this song? That Zana Nana Nana was Zana? That Zana was
Zanan.
Zanan. Do you know anything about this song?
And the fox looks into the distance again. No. Didn't. No. No.
You don't know anything about the song.
Not talking to you.
I'm sorry.
I won't have it. I know nothing about this song. Nothing. Nothing. Okay?
Do you think it would be good to start a concert with it?
No. Don't do it.
Maybe as an encore. Maybe
No.
that's better. Yes.
Leave it.
I start playing one of my go-to starter. I just stand up and I just let it. Do the others hear this conversation? Do I know or do I?
It seems like he's really talking.
Okay. I slam a chord on the lute. And I go like, I try to act cool and calm. I think that many of you in the audience have heard of this fantastic piece before. I call it The Cities of Korvosa. Maybe one or two of you will recognize a few of the lyrics in here.
Someone in the corner goes, yay, and starts clapping furiously, but then notices that no one joins. And then the clapping kind of dies down, and this person looks a little bit embarrassed down at her mug on the table. Can you make a performance check for me, please?
I try at least to ignore it and go all in. But I guess we'll see how it goes. Performance. Beep.
Ooh.
18.
Okay. You break into the... You start with the chorus, don't you? Yeah?
Yeah, I start with the
Yes. The Streets of Korvosa it was called.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
And the crowd seems to be a little bit difficult tonight, but they're warming up to it. The conversation starts rolling again. Jugs are being raised, some of them even at your direction.
Okay.
As people are toasting you. And you start feeling warm into the song and into the crowd. And it's starting to go pretty well, yes.
I don't personally like this song too much, but I know that the people of Korvosa is kind of this recognition thing.
Yeah.
Says I'm trying to buy them. I'm trying to win their hearts, basically.
Yes, the hearts are being won at the moment.
Okay. Very well. I look over and see if I can see Garth. I can see if he is reacting in any way.
Garth is nodding his head in time to the song with a slight smirk on his lips.
I slam the last chord. And then I say, thirsty! Thank you! I mean thirsty! Could someone get me a glass of mead?
And the person who started clapping in the beginning of your performance kind of rushes towards you with a jug. There you go, there you go.
And in the meanwhile, I start tuning the lute. It's not needed, but just as I have something to do while waiting for the mead. And I think I gulp the whole thing. I just downed the whole thing in one go. And feeling confident, feeling that I got this, I continue the performance.
Okay.
I do a brave shift. Now I go to a very sad ballad about a daughter who got eaten by the trolls in the wood.
Okay.
The only daughter. It's a sad ballad. Yeah.
All right. The mood shifts. You start feeling like the crowd is in the palm of your hand. People lean on their hands, elbows on the tables, heads tilted towards your direction. Misty-eyed, a lot of them look at you with melancholic smiles on their faces. It's going home.
It's going home. I'm still on the same check.
Yeah, yes.
I'm happy that things are going well, but I cannot just be good. I need to be the best. And in the back of my head all the time, I'm thinking about this scroll. Is this magical music, or is it just, does it play me mind trick? Is it still a dream? And I'm thinking, maybe. You said it was a good song.
It was incredible.
Okay, it's in my top tier of what I...
Yes. It spoke to you.
And the fox says no. I look down at the fox, and I feel the scroll in on the that I've put in my belt, and I raise my voice again. And now I'm going to sing to you something you have never heard before. Look at this. I bring up the paper. Ancient words from ancient times, poetry forgotten by both men and even elves.
As you do this, the fox seems to want to jump up and rush at you, but then the pain of its leg stops it, and it falls back down on your leather coat, right? Whimpering, and it just whispers feebly, "No, you don't know what you're doing."
I look down at the fox. I look up. Brought to you by the fairy queen herself from one of her loyal beasts. Don't be worried. This beast might look dangerous, but it's friendly. And this is something you have never experienced. It's going to change your life forever. I read quickly through the words. Can I name it something?
You see the text. It's untitled. But
Strange.
when you read the text and get a sense of the music on the page, 2 words come to your mind. Burn in your mind. Fate Weaver.
And I call it Fate Weaver. I try, Can I make it sound like mine? Can I make up some of the, like, I'm making up the verses myself, but I steal the chorus or something? Can I blend? Can I add something beforehand to make it sound Honeymane?
It is interesting when you're looking at this scroll making plans. It seems to adapt. So as you look at the sections that you'd like to change to make it more like you, it becomes.
It's changing.
More
Oh,
like
that's
you.
so cool. That's definitely some kind of magical artifact. I put it on the floor just in front of me. On the other side, like a little bit further away from the fox. And then I go.
Okay.
I go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go for it?
Should we do some real singing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
let's do some barding.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, of course, I have this prepped just in case. Just in case.
Yeah. So I'm gonna change the microphone setup here now. So.
Why?
Because it might get loud.
It might. Let's be careful with the earphone uses. Okay. Let's see what I can do. In the realm where shadows dance, where tales and dreams entwine, a secret spin hums, a melody divine. With fingers nimble like the moonlight's gentle kiss, she spins the fate of mortals in a tapestry of bliss. Now hear my call, I summon thee, O mighty force of destiny. I give my blood, my heart and soul, and with your powers I am whole. Let's go. Beware the tangled weave, for some of the threads might be torn. The ancient loom decides it all, where love, death, life, and time is born. In the labyrinth of fate, where destinies unfold, I surrender to your power. Whoa, fate weaver, behold! Now hear my call, I summon thee. Woe, mighty force of destiny. I give my blood, my heart and soul, and with your powers I am whole. La da 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 da. Something.
Cool.
Mic check.
Mic check.
That sounds too long. Everyone's ears are fine.
Yes. Okay. There we go.
Yeah. Cool.
The music takes hold of you.
Mm.
And you sing, and the world fades around you. All you feel and sense, see, taste, smell is this song.
Wow.
It fills you,
Mm.
completes you, and suddenly, you blink. You stand on a hill, overlooking a city, a huge, beautiful city of gleaming marble and stone. A dark horde is at your back, waiting for your command. An armada of vicious dragons circle above the city walls. You raise your hands and call down fire and stone from the skies as the city screams in terror and pain. You blink. You're in a large cellar. The walls and floors are of shining polished marble. People, friends, family, your mother. Many are strangers, but all are your kin, and all of them look to you. You shout and point towards a shimmering portal. You hear yourself shouting, "Through the gateway! We will survive this day!" Then the roof begins to fall. Fire and stone rain upon you as your people scream in terror and pain. You blink. Bard's End. The common room is trashed. Tables and chairs are overturned. Food and drink are splattered everywhere. Walls, floors, shards of glass from imploded windows cover everything. People are cowering in the corners, seeking shelter wherever they can. They all look at you in terror. You feel sick.
What have I done?
Demon! Someone shouts. The hoof demon! Then another. Call the guard! Someone! Seize him! Before he kills us all!
I've just sung for you. I've done nothing wrong. I'm not a demon.
What do you want to do?
I should have listened to the fox. Is the fox still there?
You hear the fox mutter. So you did it anyway. I guess I'm stuck with you now. For life.
For life? What are you talking about?
And this is where we end our adventure today.
Okay. Cliffhanger.
Right.
Okay.
Cool.
I should have sung the song. I should not have sung that song.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Any thoughts?
I want to know what that creature is. I want to know who that creature is.
I think you have plenty of time.
And I'm worried about what I did to people in that tavern. If I don't, yeah. No, this was fun. It's going to be an interesting character to play.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think we'll wrap this up without further ramblings. I'm a man of long goodbyes, but I will try to keep it short.
But this is the last prequel.
Yes, it is.
Next time you see me and this guy and the rest of the people in the prequels, we're going to be all together. It's going to be live streamed.
Yeah.
Yes, that's pretty exciting.
Yes, exactly. And we will bring it to you for your viewing pleasure on YouTube and then make podcasts out of them as well. So, exciting times.
Exactly.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.